All right, let's get started with step 1. Create our double number line. First thing we got to do when we create a double number line is labels. So we're comparing pounds to percent. Okay, we start with zeros. We've got 100 as the total for percent. And then again, like with our think about it, we do not know what the total of pounds of trash that we have is. All right. So now, step 1 is done. We have to determine our benchmark percent. So I have to hit 60 pounds on my number line. So when I'm thinking about benchmark percents and I'm looking back up here at the ones that I listed, which one of those is a multiple of 60 that we can use? Now I see three numbers that are a multiple of 60, but which one would be the easiest? Remember, work smarter, not harder. You want the one that's going to create the smallest amount of sections on your number line. So in other words, I want the biggest number. So 20. So if I divide 100 by 20, what does that give you? 100 divided by 20 is 5. This tells us the number of sections I need. Okay, so I split and got to put a box right there in the middle and then split the halves in half. There we go. All right, so we found our benchmark percent. We said it's 20%. So let's go ahead and label our number line. Remember, this is what we're counting by, 20%. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, and then 100. We know, because of the information that was provided to us, that 33% and 60 should be going together. So if I go to 60%, then I'm going to go up and match it with 33. So now we're on step 3, where I'm trying to find the value at my benchmark percent right here. So if I look, how many sections is this how many sections does it take for me to get to this number 33? So let's count. We're going to bunny hop. 1, 2, oh man. 1, 2, 3. So what I need to do is take that 33, and since it's made up of 3 sections, I take the 33 and divide it by 3. 33 divided by 3, we all know, is 11. So that means each line is 11. 11 is what I'm skip counting by. So starting at 0, what's next? 11. 22. Obviously 33. 11 times 4 is 44. And then 11 times 5, which takes us from 11 to x, times 5 equals 55. So not only did we find the value at our benchmark percent, but we also ended up finding our total as well. Again, just to review, I put my known information of 33 pounds was 60% of the amount of trash. Then I looked to see how many sections made up to 33. It was 3 sections, so I divided 33 by 3, which equals 11. That means each line on my number line on top for pounds is worth 11. So I skip counted by 11, 22, 33, 44, 55 to get my variable x.
So, they collected a total of 55 pounds of trash over the weekend.
I know it's a lot to it's such a new thing for us to be teaching online and digitally, and I know it's kind of hard, but we can do this, guys. We can do it together. We're strong, we're smart, and we can get this done. We can survive coronavirus. Everything is going to be okay. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and do example 2, and then I'm going to let you guys work on your packet after that. All right, so it says, Miss CL brought 50% of her class outside at lunch for showing over 10% growth on their weekly quiz. She brought 20 students outside at lunch. Circle each statement below that applies to this scenario. All right, so let's go back and mark up the text. It says Miss Ciel brought 50% of her class outside. So 50% in class or 50% and outside go together. Okay. It says they showed over 10% of growth on their weekly quiz. And finally, that she brought 20 students outside. I don't know why I'm saying she, it's me, but that's all right. Okay. So looking at this information, I'm going to go ahead and build a number line. It looks like we're going to be comparing students to percent. All right. So I always start with zeros. And my totals for percent is always 100. In this case, for students, we don't know yet, so we'll put the variable x. Based on our information from the text, I know that I'm taking 50% of my students outside. So if I divide 100 by 50, we know that that equals 2. So all I need is 2 sections on my number line. And at the bottom, I'm counting by 50s. And at the top, we're going to have to figure that out. So again, it says, okay, let's look at this. It says for showing over 10% of growth. Like I know that that's a number, but that number isn't really valid to the problem we're solving. Like it's not asking us about their growth. It's asking us about the students that I'm taking outside. So we're just going to go ahead and eliminate that. Okay, now going back, it says 50% of my students were outside and that I brought 20 students outside for lunch. So that means 50 and 20 go together on the number line. Let's see how many sections it takes to go from 0 to x, and it's pretty obvious, but it's 2 sections. So what I need to do is multiply 20 times 2 to get to x. We know 20 times 2 is 40. So the total number of students that I had in my class with me was 40 students. So now that we know that information, let's go back up to the problem, to our multiple choice options and see which applies. Okay, and it says select all that apply, so it's probably meaning that we need more than one option, most likely. Okay, so it says A, there are fewer than 20 students in Miss Ciel's class. Well, right here we figured out my total number of students in my class is 40, so this is incorrect. Part B, there are more than 20 students in Miss Ciel's class. This is true. Now, some of these are even kind of silly. Letter C, there are 2 students in Miss Ciel's class. Well, that's not true. I took 20 of them outside. Again, for D, there are 10 students in my class. No, I took 20 outside. So how can the total number of students be less than the number of kids I take outside? Okay, letter E, there are 40 students in Miss Ciel's class. Well, according to our work that we've done, we figured that out. There were 40 students total in my class. Last but not least, F, there are 200 students in Miss Ciel's class. That's obviously incorrect. Sometimes you got to look at these answers, guys, and see, like, do these answer choices even make sense? Like, I could have immediately eliminated C, D, and F right off the bat simply because of those numbers, 2 students, 10 students, and 200. That obviously does not make sense. Anyway, go ahead and work on your packet. Remember when you're working that you want to follow your criteria for success. Okay, it says that you're annotating your problem. Okay, you're using cubes, you're marking up your text, circling numbers, all that good stuff. Okay, you're drawing a double number line and you're labeling it. That's a big thing that you guys miss sometimes, so make sure you're labeling it. Okay, show your work and then write an answer statement. Okay, my office hours during this COVID-19 stuff is going to be every single day, so Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Okay, and remember, you guys can always send me an email. My email is bclarkcollegiate.org. I love you guys. Let me know if you have any questions during these office hour times. Good luck. I miss you, and we'll talk to you soon.